What I call this is primal mode, man. This is primal mode of the reality that you should be doing what you would be doing, but it's not happening because you got laws and things that you are dealing with also. So not only are you dealing with these wannabe spy harassing, trying to control you, trying to get you to do what they want you to do, and interfering with you and your memory because they're trying to get you to do something else rather than what you know is already, your memory, you haven't forgotten. It's just that that that's happening. And this interference is what you're dealing with, you know? And it's like animals out in the reality, they would fight each other or they would kill one another. But what's happening here, that's not happening. These people are still standing there looking over. There's a fence or something, or wherever these people are standing, and they're looking at you still, and they're still talking, and they're still there. When you would have done beat these people up, or you would have done dealt with them, right? And it would have been done with in the real reality. But see, this is not the real reality, y'all. We are dealing with these idiots, these wannabe spying harassers wanting to control you. They want to be your overlord and stuff. They think they got influence and interfering and messing with you and trying to get you to do what they want you to do when you are doing what you're doing, but they're still standing there because you can't do anything to them because you got to deal with the laws and everything that says if you do this and that and this, then they're going to put you in prison. So these people are still standing there then, and they're still talking and looking at you, and they're still interfering into your life and messing with you. And I know all of this is happening, dude. I have not forgotten anything, and I know that I know about these people's harassment, and I know about this government, and they're not doing anything about it, dude. And the real reality, this would have been dealt with. I'd have dealt with these guys or whoever's doing this, and I would have gone on with my life, and everything would be as it is. Nothing is changing from what it is, y'all. Like I said, and the reason why people want other people in a relationship, because how is it in the reality, y'all? How do you think? You think you're going to be with this person all the time? You think it's going to work out and everything's going to be okay? Well, in the real reality, how is it? Animals are with animals all the time. They hunt together, they eat together, they sleep together, they play together, they do everything together. But in this, what we are living, this is not the reality. You go to work, you go to different places, you go to the grocery store, you go to a friend's house or someone else's house or whatever. You go out here, and this is not the real reality. You're not always together, are you? But that's what it is, though. That's what people seem to think. That's why you think that it's like that, because it really is like that. In the real reality, you would be together all the time. Basically, you would be hunting, you would be doing whatever you would do. You'd be eating, you'd be sleeping, you'd be hanging out together all day, every night. That would be the reality, man, of living your life and surviving. But this is fraud. This is not the reality, y'all. So that's why you people are thinking like that. But this is not how it is, though, is it? So you got to deal with all these other people and everything else, like I just said. And that's the primal of it. See, they domesticated everybody, and that's why nobody can figure it out, because it took these people hundreds and thousands of years or whatever to domesticate people from that primal reality into this domestication that we're living in right now. And we're still being harassed by these idiots, and we can't even do anything about it. So we're just being interfered by and harassed and messed with. And I know everything is going on. And I know these people are standing there talking and looking over at me and messing with me. And I know the government's not doing anything and they're just watching also. And I know all these people are idiots and they're just out here being domesticated of hundreds of years, thousands of years of this domesticating from the real reality and the primal of how people and everything really is into this fraudery that we got right now. You know, like I said, it would have been dealt with, man, and then life would go on. But is it? No, because everyone's just watching and talking and harassing. And I'm just making this video to tell you people that that's what it is. You know, if you got any questions or anything, or why this is why these thoughts or this interference or something with the memory or whatever, this is switching from this to this, because these people are watching you and they're talking and they're trying to be an overlord and they want to be spies and trying to control you and trying to get what they want and thinking that it's about them and how they want it to be. But get rid of them and what is there? There's life, like always. You know what I'm saying? So, like always, these people are not needed, like I said, and all these people need to wake up to the real reality of what's really going on and understand. And hopefully you can, you always got to know. You always got to know, just like you always got to know about the devil work and these devils out here. But there is no devil work here, and there is no spying and harassing me. I'm not the one to be harassing. I'm not the one to be spying on. I know all about it. There is no devil work here, but you always got to know that that's what it is with these people. It's always some interference or some craziness or some government laws or some people moving their hands or doing something or talking words or sending some stuff. You always gotta know this stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me explaining about this video. So, or the reality and the fraud life that we live here. Well, when we would have dealt with it, but we're still living it. These people are still standing there, or there's a fence or something and they're talking and do. You know what I mean? Like, dude, y'all really need to quit, man, because get rid of these people and what is there? There's life. There will always be life, but these people, you could just get rid of them and done, So it's not about them like they are trying to make it. But, life is about life and people living it. But these people are obviously wrong in what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? They're crazies, dude. I just want to explain that to y'all. Goodbye.